This episode of the CMS Network is brought to you by our sponsor, Blackout Coffee. If you are a coffee lover, you will love what they are selling over at Blackout Coffee. Make sure you get yourself some. The only thing woke about this company is the drinker of the coffee, because it gives you quite a jolt. I am a personal fan of the Brutal Awakening Dark Roast, but everybody's a little bit different. Make sure you get what is your favorite today. Go to blackoutcoffee.com. Use the promo code CHRIA20 to save 20% on your first order. It's that simple. So one more time, blackoutcoffee.com. That is the link, or use the full link if you're going to shop around. That is scrolling on the bottom, and get yourself some of the best coffee that is out there today. blackoutcoffee.com.
Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Ricky Warwick here from Black Star Writers, and you are watching CMS TV.
It is your classic metal show right here on the classicmetalshow.com. That is Aftershock with When Comes the Rain. And kicking off the show tonight, we heard something that both Chris and I really liked about 15 years ago or more. Three-Legged Dog, that with featuring Charles West and Vinny Appice. And the name of the band, or the name of the song there, was Rain on My Parade. And a guy who's here to rain on your parade and probably discipline a few in the chat room, my good friend and partner, Chris Akin. What's going on there, Chris?
What is up, sir? How are we doing?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm a bit frazzled.
I'll bet you are. You had quite the week, sir.
I'm continuing having quite the week. A certain gentleman from the other side of the world is still here visiting. He's observer tonight in the CMS studio, and you just may hear him just yammering on in the background, just talk. Whether anybody's listening or not, it's just talk. It's like, are you talking to yourself again? Just yakety yak. All day long.
Just tell him that the pros are in session. He can eat his crisps and smoke his fags, but stay off the microphone.
Well, there's no mic in front of him.
Good.
There's no mic tonight. He's an observer, and I don't know how you're going to hear Chris without having your headphones on there, Ozzy.
He doesn't need to hear me. Don't even react to him. Just do the show.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So. Anyway, so here we are. We're back after a week away, and So spray bottle and a cattle prod.
That's right.
Exactly. So so he's over there with his adult beverage, eating his crisp, digging through bags and bags of stuff. I got to tell you the story, Chris.
Please do.
This has been out of control all week. See, again, he's back there just yapping.
Tell him, shut the fuck up. Tell him that. Tell him straight. Tell him I said, shut the fuck up.
So anyway, so this guy has done nothing but shop all week long, every day, to the store. Baskets full of stuff. Not just a bag, baskets.
Is he shipping it home?
He claims he's going to be able to take it home in a big suitcase, probably the size of a steamer trunk. but regardless of that, so he's staying at a hotel close to a lot of shopping, whether it's Target or the party.
Is that Casa Danili?
Yeah. No, that is not. He's staying at the Fairfield. But regardless of that, he's been shopping at the party store, buying Halloween stuff,
right?
Just buying knickknacks, shirts, and pictures, and God knows what. So I'm looking for this guy the other day,
right?
And he says, he's in front of Target. So I thought, okay, I'll just cruise by, pick him up at Target. We'll go grab a bite, right?
Okay.
He's sitting out front with a whole shopping cart full of stuff. But get this, he was at Michael's, the craft store.
Yeah.
Well, he picked up a bunch of stuff there, and he picked up a bunch of stuff at other stores in the near Ross and whatever. So Target is across the street in a whole nother plaza. He's got the Michael's cart with him. So he basically stole the Michael's cart.
Like a homeless guy.
And carted all of his stuff from Michael's all the way across the street to another plaza.
Nice.
And all this other stuff. And now my entire trunk of my car is full to the rim with stuff.
Looks like a lowrider because the front end is all up in the air now.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just been shopping nonstop. Just buying stuff.
That sounds like no fun. A whole week of
that. Here's one of the things he just presented me before the show tonight. This is a wine bottle holder, and it looks like skeleton hands. Yeah, it's black. It's I don't know. I guess it's kind of Halloween-y in a way.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure you were thrilled to receive that gift. You gonna put that on your kitchen table for everyone to see?
So anyway, stuff like that. So it's been quite the week.
It sounds like it. Jesus.
So that's been my week, has been chauffeuring and going to dinner and hanging out and having some adult beverages and eating massive amounts of food. Well, not me anyway, but
right.
So here we are back on the show Saturday.
You may have to make him go sit downstairs with a laptop.
So that's been my week in a nutshell.
Fun.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, I haven't really talked with you or communicated with you this week at all. So what is going on with you?
Busy, working, tons and tons of working. The only time we did communicate, I showed you the mock-up of the new app.
Yes, you did.
How'd you like that? That looks pretty good, right?
Looks pretty sharp.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty easy to manipulate, easy to work.
Well, you would think so for some people, most people. Other people, I have to open up my phone. I have to touch the app. Then I have to, bring it up. Then I have to find the right button to push. Then, I have to go through 4 steps to get to where I want to be.
Well, you saw I tried to make it stupid proof. Big buttons that have big labels on them. Classic Metal Show. Chris Akin presents, big buttons, and tried to make it a little.
But now you're going to have to make me read. There should only be a single button on there.
Go.
That's all it should say. No selections, no choices, no menu, no nothing. Just one button. I should be able to just hit that app and it should play.
And it does everything. Anything I want, whatever I'm thinking it should do.
Right, exactly. Because I don't want to have to think or touch buttons or look for anything. I want it all to be right there, right at one touch.
Well, I'm not quite ready to give them all that, but I am giving them a better app. It should be launched. I'm actually sitting down with my brother on, I think, Tuesday, and he's way more. I mean, that's what he made his fortune in, his apps.
Sure.
So he's gonna once over it for me to make sure that everything works correctly. Okay. Because I'm kind of an app rookie.
Right.
But he's gonna make sure that everything's right, and he's gonna tweak it a little bit, and then he's got all the super high end developer blah blah blah, so that he can publish it to the web stores and whatnot.
All right.
Coming within the next 2 weeks, the old app will be out of here and the new app will be in here. So
all right, very good.
So
See that?
Finally, it only took me 9 months.
Yeah. Well, that's what your 5 shekels a month helps to pay for, is the development of new technology like that.
Yes. And it works smooth. And I mean, I have the app on my phone and it works great.
Well, you should. I mean, why wouldn't you have it on your own phone in order to
test it,
to see if it works or not?
Well, and that's what I spent the whole week playing with it and just, listening to live shows and making sure it wasn't timing out and, making sure all the video worked and all the audio works and, all that kind of stuff. So it'll be good here another week or two. Again, the big thing for me was I'm very thrilled that my brother, who does this for a living more or less, or did this for a living before he retired, is willing to step in and do the final touches on this thing to make sure it's perfect.
Right.
So it should be perfect.
Well, very good. Well, I am looking forward to, being able to, work it myself.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And
it accomplishes, my biggest issue that I've had with the website part. I'm trying to incorporate it all into the phone, but it's all, all the pieces. I've tried to fix all the pieces I didn't like about the various stuff.
Right.
And the one thing that I hated the most was on the website, if you were listening to the music, like on a computer or on a tablet or whatever, and you either lock screened your tablet or, changed web pages, it stopped playing. And that to me was a huge deal. And I finally got that fixed. So that's like my favorite part of the whole stupid thing, is that no matter where you're at, playing around with the website or lock screen if you're in your car or whatever, it's going to work. So That's the best part of the whole goddamn thing.
Really? And not only that, well, you know what the best part is?
What's that?
It's free.
It's free.
It's free. It didn't cost me anything.
Yeah, it didn't cost them.
There's thousands of dollars worth of technology, and I got it for free.
Yeah. Yeah, and 9 months of work building this stupid fucking thing.
Well, that's why I said thousands of dollars worth of time and technology, and
the steps.
Nobody gives a fuck anyway, man. It's shit.
Yeah, man. Why do you do any of this shit? Fuck Rumble. Fuck Substack. Just make it work.
Yeah, man. So. Well, cool. I'm glad. You're pleased with it. Looking forward to upgrading the system as you're driven to do, is to keep moving us ahead and keeping us ahead of the competition out there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's been mine and your goal number one for as long as we've been doing this.
Right.
Is to be better than what everybody else was doing. So onward we go.
I agree. So, all right. Well, very cool. So I didn't pay, being that I've been kind of involved this week, I haven't paid attention. So have you? I know you did your normal shows this week with Seth Williams. I see that, your Seth Williams content is very politically motivated this week.
Oh yeah, well, just running into the election, and Seth is super politics guy,
right?
So yeah, we talk some politics and we talk some hurricane and and even Eric, with Eric this week we talked pretty much politics or conspiracies with Eric.
Well, yeah, of course.
Because Eric, the ground is hard. Well, let me tell you why. There's a special division of the government that makes the ground hard.
Right.
Eric, and don't get me wrong, I love a good conspiracy, but Eric really loves a good conspiracy.
I know. He lives and breathes it.
Eric calls Alex Jones a rookie. In fact, I think Eric actually believes that Alex Jones is a plant, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
He's not far enough.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I love it. I mean, I love it, and it's a different perspective. Whether I agree with everything or not, I don't, and I think both Seth and Eric know that. But I'm always willing to listen to it and engage it, just because conspiracies to me are fun. It's always fun to hear it, and there's a lot of good ones out there right now. Having a ton of fun with the Diddy stuff. Oh man,
right. Right.
I can't get enough of that.
That's the whole thing. And I'm not going to talk about this because I don't know enough about it
Sure.
to make any commentary. But here's a music mogul for the most part who he's been in the limelight for over 30 years, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, a guy who has had this huge career, launching other people's careers, acting in movies and, producing in music and, obviously having his own, music and what brought him up through the ranks, so to speak.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, this guy needs to fall topple him like Jeffrey Epstein.
Well, that's what they're saying is that, the conspiracy is that he was kind of a government plant like Epstein, and he used sex to deliver success and power to all these people.
Mm-hmm. Well, but that's Hollywood, though.
Yeah. Well, that's
the old cliche about the casting couch.
yeah.
That didn't come from anywhere. I mean, that's just Hollywood. That's just show business in general.
It is. But, the basic premise, and a lot of this comes from other stuff, and we don't have to get into all this, but I mean, a lot of this all started, like, it was kind of a in plain sight secret up until the beginning of this year or the end of last year when Cat Williams did the Shannon Sharp podcast.
Right.
And just exposed all of it.
Right.
And people at first were like, oh, this fucking crackhead, what's he talking about? He's insane. But then it all started dribbling out to where they started investigating him. Now, again, the one side says they started investigating him because of it. The other side has been saying, well, he's not useful anymore, and they need the distraction for the election, so they put out this high-profile arrest with mystery and conspiracy and celebrity and sport, something that entails everything to distract everybody from what's going on. That's the other conspiracy.
But again, I don't think anybody is being distracted by the Diddy stuff from the election. Do you?
I think they are, to the level that maybe they're not paying as much attention to this fucking moron cunt that's running against Trump. And they're just like, oh, well, she's okay. She's fine. I don't have time to research everything that the other side says is a lie because I'm too busy trying to figure out if LeBron James took it in the ass from Diddy. That's kind of where I think everybody gets distracted.
Yeah, is that information out there so widely distributed that the average person is that interested in what's going on with Diddy?
Yeah.
Really?
Dude, as much as me and you think celebrity is all horseshit.
Right.
There are people that live and die for this shit.
Really? See, I'm not even hearing anybody talk about it.
Well, it's because you're not surrounded by them.
Yeah.
But, dude, there's a reason that every magazine under the sun went out of business, except People. And TMZ has exploded as not only one of the top 5 websites in the world, but now they have TV shows and they make documentaries on this shit. And they are a multimedia conglomerate empire based on who's fucking who in Hollywood and in the music business.
Well, I know that there's always been an interest in that. I mean, that therein lies the rise of Donald Trump. Trump was one of those people back in the 80s. Everybody wanted to be like Donald Trump, everybody would mention Trump and, all the music out there. They said, living my life like Donald Trump, and they would always throw his name into the mix all the time, and the Apprentice and all the shows that MTV developed, the Real Life and the Teen Mom and all the garbage. Basically, it's just garbage entertainment is what it is.
Well, it is. It's definitely trash bag entertainment. There's no doubt about that. But this Diddy conspiracy hits everything.
Really?
It hits music, it hits movies, it hits basketball, it hits baseball, it hits football.
Wow.
It hits it hits government. It hits, anybody in the entertainment world. And at the highest level. Howard Stern is involved in this shit. Oprah Winfrey's involved in this shit. Fucking LeBron James, there's all kinds of photos of LeBron James wearing skirts at these fucking Diddy parties popping up, and all kinds of audio of, alleged Diddy fucking Meek Mill the rapper in the ass and him begging for mercy for his asshole. And, there's all kinds of, I ain't gonna lie, I'm way down the rabbit hole in it. I can't get enough of it. I love it. Yeah. I'm hoping to God it's all true, and I'm hoping even more to God it all comes out, which I know it won't, but nothing would make me happier than if they said Exhibit A, LeBron bent over a couch taking a dick in the ass, because I hate that motherfucker.
I know you do.
So that would be beautiful for me to see his career ruined and his life ruined over this, but again, and in a way, I'm kind of like the microcosm of what it is. It is intriguing. It is me just as somebody that doesn't even give a shit about celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie and say I have not spent hours on like TikTok or fucking Reels or whatever. Now, a lot of it is getting material for the Seth show, especially because we talk about it there the most.
Right.
But I've spent several hours just going through videos and watching all the different parody songs and memes and, all the shit. It's a big deal.
I literally have not spent 5 minutes on it.
But you don't pay attention to entertainment in general.
Yeah, because I don't care. It doesn't affect
you don't.
me. Doesn't affect me.
Dude, you're not even a guy that would say, well, I like this guy's movies, so I'll automatically see his movies.
Mm-hmm.
You are literally that. If something really, really, really catches your eye, you might see it. It won't be in the movie theater.
No.
It will be at home if you're bored. Entertainment to you, very secondary.
Yeah, it is.
But entertainment to most people is their only escape from their shitty lives.
Okay, fair enough.
And that's, seeing these wealthy assholes that all suck their own dicks at every award show 15 times a year getting brought down to the planet is entertainment all by itself, because it brings them down to the regular human being level.
Or even below.
Even lower. Yeah,
exactly.
Lower.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Well, maybe it's it's just it's the again another cliche. The chickens have come home to roost.
Yeah.
The what do they call it? Hollywood Babylon.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's just like it's burning. It's Sodom and Gomorrah. It's finally burning and being destroyed.
Yeah. This is another thing that there's a lot of talk about these Diddy parties having sex trafficking and underage girls. Like it's like Epstein, but on a much higher celebrity level.
Right.
Where Epstein was more politicians and, world leader type guys. There's some of that too with Diddy, but most of it is like, Snoop Dogg and, every Kevin Hart, anybody that's super famous right now is seen at these Diddy parties, these freak off parties. It's pretty crazy stuff. And it is a distraction, though. I fully think that it's a total. I think if it wasn't going on, you'd have actually seen a whole different approach on how the government responded to these fucking 2 hurricanes. But they didn't have to, because the American public, as much as it's terrible to see people getting their lives ruined and devastated by hurricanes, Diddy's still in the news. He had 1,000 bottles of baby oil in his house. Ooh, let's talk about that. Let's not talk about people that are fucked in North Carolina. Let's talk about something that's more entertaining to me. Diddy's life being destroyed. And then that's the distraction.
Right. Okay. Well, again, I haven't been following it. I mean, I'm aware of it.
Sure.
But as far as like details are concerned, not following it at all.
Yeah. No, I get it. But that's not you. That I can't. I can't think of anybody, even like Akin, who is your favorite.
Sure.
If Don was running some kind of ring like this, I don't think you'd even be that focused on that. You'd be like, man, I hope that's not true. And that'd be kind of the end of it for you.
Yeah. Well, from a friend's standpoint, I would be very, very concerned, obviously.
Sure.
And just like, wow, this can't be, is it? And it's just like, wow, I've known this guy for 30 years. I had no idea.
But I don't think, let me, Don, maybe that was a bad example because he is a close friend. Let me give a peripheral guy. If it was Phil Lewis, just throw a different name out there.
Right.
If it was Phil Lewis, you wouldn't be looking at the news every day going, oh my God, did they really find that out about Phil Lewis? You would just be like, man, that's fucked up. I know him. I've met him a few times. And that would be the extent of it. You would not be obsessed with it.
No, I would not be obsessed with it. But does any of this this P. Diddy stuff, does this entangle itself with anything with the R. Kelly case at all?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, and again, if I guess we're going down this.
Well, I mean, I'm just interested in learning what you know, because I like I said, I'm aware of there's something going on out there. Well, but as far as any kind of real tie-ins or details, I know nothing about it.
Now, again, I'm saying this up front. I have no knowledge on this other than what everybody else does. This is all conspiracy. So let's not get a knock at my door.
This is not fact.
This is not news.
This is what you've learned from what you've seen and read online.
Yeah. This is not news. But the way it's being portrayed is that there are levels to this ring, and Diddy would be like the second level of it. The first level was R. Kelly.
Okay.
And he was, of course, involved in this whole mix as well. And he was involved with Diddy. Like he worked with Diddy.
Asking. I was just wondering if there was a tie in there.
There was. And
okay.
And they're saying that Diddy was a higher level of this. Like R. Kelly was just a scumbag that liked to fuck 10-year-olds and piss on their faces and whatever.
All right.
But Diddy was kind of the ringleader of that, as well as some other stuff. Now it's, now he's being sued again for the shooting of Tupac. And there's rumblings about him possibly being involved with the Notorious B.I.G. murder. And, so he's like kind of the second level. Okay. And then the third level that they're saying is Jay-Z. Like Jay-Z is the high level of the.
Yeah. He's like the ultimate rich of all these guys, right? He like at the top of the food chain.
Yeah. And they're saying that he's the guy that has had kind of the most control. And I don't understand this part of it, but I'll throw it out there. But there's something about he did something, and like he forced Diddy to put Aaliyah on the plane that purposely was crashed and killed her because, there's all kinds of, like I said, there's conspiracy out the ass, which is crazy, but they're saying that he did that so that he could hook up with Beyonce instead, but he was messing around with Aaliyah first, so he had to get her out the way.
Was this the one that oh shit, what I'm trying to think here, never mind, go ahead.
I think you're without even knowing, I think you're thinking of Lisa Lopez. No. I was just going to make a bad joke about all right. Onward we go.
About the singer who sings Aaliyah.
Oh, Donnie Iris.
Donnie Iris. I was going to say, is this the Aaliyah that Donnie Iris sings?
Yeah. Gonna crash your plane.
Yeah. So, well, it's interesting. I'm sure that these shows with Seth in the recent few shows have probably been the most interesting that you've done.
Oh yeah,
that as far as your interest in participation.
It's been fun, and I'll be on. We do on Wednesdays. We do an extra half-hour segment every Wednesday.
Do you have to pay for that?
Yeah, they do actually. They do have to pay for it.
Why do they have to pay? I shouldn't have to pay for anything.
I know you shouldn't, but you have to.
Free.
You know. Well, with that segment, that is them getting kind of CMS Chris in the political spectrum.
Okay. All right.
Because I just am really filthy on that one.
Okay.
That's even Seth. A lot of the times he's like, "Oh, dude, you know, my kid listens to this."
Maybe your kid should be listening to the sponsored segment of the Seth Williams show.
That's right. Maybe your kid shouldn't. Maybe you should send your kid out the room on Wednesdays at 5:30 for a half hour.
Because this is adult time, kid. Beat it.
That's right. Scram. But yeah, those have been fun. Those have definitely been fun to just kind of fuck around, and it's a little more political than I like. You know, I mean, you know me, I don't love politics,
well,
especially.
That's what I'm saying. It's with this kind of
this I'm in.
Of course you're in. So you just enjoy the co-hosting more when you get something that's kind of more in your in my
wheelhouse,
in your wheelhouse that you can delve into and because you just like the muck that's being stirred up.
I do. And when we have actual political shit to talk about, I'm usually I'll offer an opinion, obviously, but I'm usually fairly clueless.
You're pretty, well, not only that, you're neutral.
I don't care.
You don't really have a thought or opinion one way or the other, or you'll have an opinion, but
it don't jive with anybody that's listening.
Right. Of course not.
Yeah. And I mean, but like on days like both the presidential debate and the vice presidential debate, I had nothing to offer because I didn't watch either of them.
Yeah.
I was just like, hey, I'll talk about it. I'll talk about the, 2 or 3 clips that I might have caught on Twitter, but I got nothing. I didn't sit there for 90 minutes listening to Walz and Pence go at it, or is it Pence? Vance. Yeah, see how much I know. Vance. I didn't sit there listening to that.
Round.
Yeah, that was the other guy.
Close names, but just that they had changed up a couple of letters there.
Exactly. See, you got it completely right, J-Rad. Less politics, more ham banging talk. Exactly right. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to co-host a show, you got to have something that both of you can participate in and, have some equal interest in.
Absolutely. And they're all, and none of them should be like any of the others. That's the other thing is, if the Seth show gets too much like this show,
right,
then that's no good.
Yeah, of course,
because it ain't this show. This show is this show. And same with the Eric show. If the Eric show gets like too much, it's a weird thing because the Seth show bleeds into the CMS a little bit,
right?
And where you would think the Eric show would bleed more into that, but the Eric show bleeds more into the Seth show because we talk a lot more conspiracies and stuff like that on both of those shows. And Eric is like I said, Eric's always down. He's this week he was way into the harp and I'm for it. I'm not saying I don't believe what he's saying at all. I'm just saying he believes it all, like every last bit of it. And he sends me. Remember when you were like way into Trump, I guess the last election?
Right.
And every time Trump had a fucking speech, you would send me a link. You'd be like, hey, dude, Trump is speaking in Iowa, man. Check it out. Like when you were way into it.
Right.
That's Eric with Reddit. Eric sends me 100 Reddit links a week. Dude, look at this. Another guy died of COVID. Like, I literally know every celebrity that dies of COVID.
Right.
Because Eric keeps me way in the loop, and I'm for it. I love it. And I know in that regard, I do believe that the fucking shot killed a lot of people now.
That's just kind of funny because I just, and I'm not going to get into this, but just to mention what you just said, I read this article where they're talking about heart attacks are way up in younger adults.
Yeah, imagine that.
And they wouldn't even mention anything about the pandemic or the shot or nothing. It was, it's due to stress, it's due to poor eating, it's due to bad health habits and this,
Sure.
that, and the other. But yet the rise has been in the last 4 years.
Well, dude. I mean, stop with your conspiracy. You know that before 2020, there were no McDonald's and there were no pizza shops.
Right. And there was no stress before.
No. And people weren't fat. Everybody was in tip-top shape.
Right.
Yeah. Before 2020, all of that was going on. It's just these last 4 years.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Yeah. It's just too funny.
Well, they're never going to admit it because then they got to start paying fucking fees, lawyer fees.
Well, but again, it's just admitting that, certain people got very, 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 very wealthy from all of that.
Sure.
And nobody's been accountable for it.
No.
And I remember when all this was being rolled out, almost 4 years ago, you and I had a real problem with that.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, I took a lot of heat from, my friends,
Me
whether
too.
it was Don or any of the people in the left, and they were calling me an anti-vaxxer, and I was an anti this and an anti that, and it was just like, it just makes common sense. Just common sense.
Dude, I got told that I was running the Coronacade and that I was actively killing people.
Yeah, you were killing your neighbors.
I had people on the social media for Pinball PA saying, "You're the reason people are dying in Pittsburgh."
Right, of course.
Yeah, sure. Am I still the reason?
Yeah.
Dicks.
Yeah, no, it's just kind of funny, but it's interesting that, after everything, goes down the memory hole, the rabbit hole, then you can start reporting the quote unquote, the news, as it were, and try to make it unrelated to what we already knew.
Yeah. But the people that were against that said that we were foolish for not getting the shots, they still aren't admitting it.
No, of course not.
They're going down the rabbit hole of, it must be everybody got lazy from sitting at home and therefore they're not in as good a shape. Fuck off.
That's exactly right.
That's what they're all saying.
Yep, I know.
They can't just admit. You know why they can't admit it? Because then they got to admit that they were wrong.
Right.
They're never going to do it. Just admit it. You were wrong.
Yeah. Oh, and actually, I sent the article to you a few weeks ago, as a matter of fact. Heart attacks in young people are rare, but rates are rising, and experts point to 4 possible reasons. And I said that the comments after the article were the best part of it, because the people who quote unquote get it, they were making all the comments, Sure. So what do you do to reduce your risk? Eat better, be more active, quit tobacco, get healthy sleep, drink less alcohol, manage your weight better, get cholesterol and blood sugar checked.
Nowhere in there does it mention don't get a stick in your arm at CVS this winter.
Obesity and diabetes were already on the rise. Smoking and stress are not new. I wonder what happened that is new that could account for an increase in myocarditis. I guess that's how you say it. It's just a complete mystery.
Can't imagine what it was. I mean, nothing changed in those 4 years, did it?
No.
Nothing. Everybody just got fat and lazy and come on. Enough with this shit. How come I didn't drop dead? I had COVID and I'm fat. I'm a big fat tub of goo that had COVID. One thing I didn't get is a shot, and guess what? My heart's still fucking ticking.
Right, it is. Yep.
I'm gonna break the milestone in 2 weeks.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna turn the corner on 55 in 2 weeks, believe it or not.
Right.
That I was never supposed to turn. I wonder what I did better than everybody. Oh, that's right. I didn't get that dumb shot.
No need for 4 possible explanations. If it's gone up since 2020, the vaccine is the only variable there. There's no other right answer but that.
Yeah. What was this on page 37 of the paper?
Yeah. COVID shots is the first thing I thought. I too had some weird palpitations after taking it. Just seems very suspicious.
Yeah. I just wasn't going to do it. I'm not going to be told. So Eric made the best point this week on the show. His point was anybody that conforms to this government the way that they do
Yeah.
is a fucking poser and not really a rock star.
Well, yeah, we said that though.
Yeah.
About and that's why we were so disappointed with Dee Snider and his tirades. It's like, dude, you're the one who said we're not going to take it.
Yeah.
Fist in the air, rebellion. We're going to rebel against the system, and now you are the system. You hypocrite.
Yeah. Now he is going to take it in the arm every anniversary of fucking COVID.
Right. So yeah, people like a Dee Snider who led that charge, who was supposedly the guy who stood up against that kind of stuff, and him, basically being the blonde Howard Stern.
Yeah. Right.
It's just, okay, Jesus. What happened to our heroes?
Yeah, they stink. That's what happened.
I guess we'll have to dig out the song. Heroes are hard to find.
Yeah, you better have somebody else sing it though. Because the guy that did sing it is no longer a hero.
Nope. So anyway, not to get into all that, but I just thought that was funny that article came out. And it was just like, really?
Yeah.
Heart attacks in young people are on the rise. They're rare, but they're on the rise. I wonder why that is.
Interesting.
Let me think.
That's old school for some of you new schoolers. You will not get that reference, but trust me when I tell you that's damn funny.
Right, it is funny. I agree. So anyway, it's just I was just I try to catch your shows now and again, when I get a chance, and I noticed the notifications out this week via the email. If you're a Locals fan or a Locals subscriber,
right.
You'll get your notifications when the various shows are airing.
Yeah, when they go live.
Whether it's this one or Seth Williams show or the Chris Akin Presents show or the Loud with the Lord or whatever.
Live and Loud with the Lord, yeah.
Whatever it is that's on the CMS radio network, you get your notice to tune in.
Yeah, makes it easy for guys like Sal.
That's exactly
what that's about is, all I got to do is click the big picture and it'll turn on. Nice.
The big picture. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, interesting. Well, I mean, it sounds like you've been having some fun with all the conspiracy theory, especially with all the, the latest news in Hollywood.
Yeah, well, it's interesting and it's fun and it's, there's only so much politics I can talk.
Right.
I'm not wired for it. I hate it. And the thing is especially coming down the stretch with this fucking election, with me as a football watcher, I am ready to see every one of these fucking politicians just have a stroke just so I don't have to see their goddamn commercials anymore.
Right.
I'm so tired of stupid fucking camel toe with her, I'm building a community. We need to be a community, not led by a dictator. It's like, shut up. You made your career licking balls, honey. Shut up. And then here in Ohio, and I'm sure I'm going to use some names here, and wherever you are, you can replace these names I'm going to use with your guys, but I'm sure there's two of them. Here in Ohio, it's Sherrod Brown versus Bernie Moreno.
Okay.
And every other commercial is by one of these two dickwads. And I don't even know what they're running for. I think governor, maybe. I don't know for sure what that's how much these commercials bug me. But every single commercial, it's not like, I'm Bernie Moreno and I should be your next governor. It's like, Sherrod Brown rapes children. Vote for me, Bernie Moreno. I love children. And then the very next ad is, Bernie Moreno loves children, sucking his cock. Vote Sherrod Brown. It's like, Jesus. It's all fucking
Attack
lowest of the low mudslinging shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, go fuck yourselves and get off my. And it's the same commercials. It's not like these guys have enough money to shoot 15 commercials. They shoot like 4.
Mm-hmm. Well, they get their quote unquote their strongest message and they just beat it into the ground, you know.
Yeah, but their strongest message isn't even there. This shit has been going on for 2 solid months, and I'm telling you, this is not a goof. It's not a work. It's my honest to God truth. I have no idea what either of these two guys are about, and they're on my commercials 20 times a day whenever there's football on. So I can literally watch 40 commercials of these dickwads and I have no idea what they stand for.
Right.
None. They're all just fucking lying sons of bitches, man.
Well, I got to be honest. I haven't seen any political ads, haven't watched any TV. You know, I've just been completely, just disengaged with it. I mean, I do watch my little political pundit guys, whether it be Mark Dice or Sticks Hexenhammer or the liberal hive mind and things like that.
Sure.
But that's where I get my 5 and 8 minute bites there about, what's the latest and the greatest. And after I see that, I'm done. That's it.
Yeah. And 8 minutes is about what you can stand. Right. Yep. That's about it's probably more than you can stand.
It keeps me, kind of apprised. I kind of have a peripheral idea what's going on out there. I'm not fully engaged with it. I already know where I stand and what I'm going to do. And, I don't need to hear what commercials are running or what other politicians are saying. I know what I'm going to do when election day comes, and that's all I care about. I already know. My mind's made up. I already know what I'm going to do, so I don't really need to engage.
Well, see, I think you're wrong, and I'm gonna convince you right now to not vote for Trump.
Okay.
And to vote for Camel Toe Harris, because she wants you to know that real men.
Oh, I saw this.
Will only vote for her. Have you seen?
I saw this. The fat guy. Yeah,
the fat guy that ate a carburetor. His words, not mine.
I looked at that and I was just like, "Is that Chris? Did Chris get his hair? He's got the mid 2000s Chris Akin hair.
Yeah, he does. It's awful. But and then him saying, I eat carburetors, or it's like, yeah, no shit, fatso. Carburetor pizza.
I'm a real man.
Because I'm voting for Kamal. This ad made me sick.
I know. I saw it. It's and you should see the guy who orchestrated this and put it together. Faggy,
of course,
lispy, very soft spoken. He wanted to get a method down to the people. So he's one of those guys. It's just like, oh my god, this makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Let's watch a little of this. Here we go. I'm a man.
I'm a
man. I'm a man, man.
And I'm man enough.
I'm man enough to enjoy a barrel-proof bourbon.
Neat. Man enough to cook my steak rare.
I don't believe this guy's man enough to do anything manly.
Yeah, look how he's sitting.
Look at how he's sitting. He's man enough to suck a dick while another rails him in the ass and love it.
Yeah, a man doesn't sit like that.
No man sits like that. That is, I don't know, what would you even call that pose?
Well, that's a sissy. That's like that's a faggot trying to act like a hetero.
Yeah, my God, there's nothing manly there at all. Even his truck, they're trying to man him up by sitting on a truck. Who the fuck drives a light green truck?
He's sitting on the tailgate. He's got hay in the back, so you know he's out there doing real man work.
But it's light green.
Yeah, I know. You see he's out there on the ranch.
Yeah,
you could see the windmill in the background.
If you were trying to portray this guy as a real man,
well, he's on Brokeback Mountain, as far as I'm concerned.
Wouldn't you put him in a black shirt with a red or a black truck?
You would think so.
To make him a man.
Yeah.
This is not a man. Men don't wear orange shirts. Men don't sit like they just took a dick out their ass and they're sore. This guy looks like he edged onto that tailgate because his asshole hurts. ooh, let me sit.
He's gingerly
Yeah.
sitting on the table.
Yeah, he's pushing weight onto the cheeky part so that the asshole doesn't have any pressure.
Right.
Because it just got a ditty fucking. Allegedly.
Right.
All right, here's more of this fucking stupid ad.
Man enough to deadlift 500, then braid the out of my daughter's hair.
You think I'm afraid?
Man enough.
He's going to braid the shit out of his daughter's hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
And look at this guy. What an embarrassment to us fat guys. As a fat tub of shit, I'm embarrassed.
Do you think he could button that flannel if he had to?
Fuck no.
I've never seen a shirt draped so far back like that unless it's like fat guy in a little coat.
That's what it looks like. It's Chris Farley.
Fat guy in a little coat.
The funny part is that bowl that pan, it wasn't full of seed. It was full of ice cream that he ate right before the fucking shooting.
It's a big Haagen-Dazs pail.
Yeah. He had all 31 flavors jammed into that one fucking pail, and he sucked it down. And this is one fat guy calling another guy fatso.
Right.
Because what an embarrassment. You know, dumb cowboy hat. Anybody that wears a cowboy hat, you're embarrassed by this guy, I hope. Everything about him is, and since we're calling out Tubbo here, why is he wearing a fucking shirt that A, will never be buttoned, and B, looks almost like it's a short sleeve shirt? Look at how it doesn't fit him at all. Did they take the faggy guy's shirt and stick it on him?
Well, it's such a small shirt that the sleeves are short because it's so small.
It's a quad X wearing an extra large. That's what it is. Jesus.
It makes me look slimmer wearing a smaller size.
Dude, this guy makes me look slimmer. And I'm a big fat tub of shit. God damn, man.
Well, he's just an average American guy.
Yeah, he is. Just a regular Joe.
Yeah, look at him. He's got the sweat of his dirt on his shirt because he's working. He works with his hands. He's
either that or he took 6 steps to get into screen and he started sweating.
He's very rugged.
Yeah, he is. Sure he is. Does that guy remind you of anything rugged?
No.
Come on. This guy, the only person this guy makes happy is the pizza man when he opens the door. That's it. Stop. All right, here we go.
To rebuild a carburetor, I eat carburetors for breakfast.
No shit.
Eats carburetors for breakfast. His fat fingers couldn't put a jet back in a carburetor. And who's rebuilding carburetors now anyway? Everything is fuel injected.
And who says I eat fucking engine parts as a manly statement? Who wrote that line?
Well, that's just a man thing to say.
Is it?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'd say you're a fairly manly guy. Have you ever uttered that to anybody? You know what? I eat fucking brake pads for lunch. What is he talking about here?
And I've rebuilt many a carburetor in my day.
You never ate one for breakfast?
I never ate a carburetor for breakfast.
Jeez, oh man. This guy eats a back fat sandwich for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Shut up.
Look at that look on his face.
Yeah.
He's just, I'm a man.
I'm burping up engine grease because I ate that carburetor. He goes, there's black coming out. It's that fucking engine.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that tar coming out of my lungs from
look, 10W40.
Dirty motor oil. I eat carburetors for breakfast and drink it down with dirty motor oil.
That's right. I ate a tire for lunch, complete with Fix-A-Flat as whipped cream on it. Shut up. I eat carburetors for breakfast. Get the fuck out of here. Shut it. All right, here we go.
I ain't afraid of bears.
I ain't afraid of bears. Because the bear is your boyfriend.
Yeah. Because his lover calls him the bear because he's got that beard.
Who sits like that?
I could tell you one group of people that sit like that, actually. Look at this guy. All right, now put your hand in here. Put it right up against your balls. Now push. Jesus. Fucking homo. All right, here we go.
That's what bear hugs are for.
I'll tell you another thing I sure as shit am not afraid of.
What's that?
Yeah.
Women.
Tell you one thing that horse next to you is afraid of, you.
I really do think that they filmed this commercial on the set of Brokeback Mountain too.
It could be.
Yeah.
Dude, what is it? Every one of these guys dressed the same too. T-shirt, Tony Two Shirts look.
The Tony Two Shirts.
They got the flannel over top of the T-shirt.
Right. Got the ball cap on, some kind of a hat.
String bean guys that, other than the one weightlifter guy, you know, which of course is the black guy, is the only one that's actually in like shape.
Yeah.
All the rest of these guys are fucking dorks that would never get anywhere in a bar.
Yeah, I fucked men like you in prison.
Yeah. And then the other guy on the tailgate's like, ooh, what are you doing later?
Well, he is the one who said that's what bear hugs are for.
Yeah.
He says, you know. So he might be the bear, and he's the cub.
All right, Fuego, that's funny.
That's true.
All right, here's more on this.
All
Holy
right.
shit.
I'm not afraid of women.
I'm not afraid of women.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of women. Look at this guy.
He's not afraid of women. Of course he's not, because they all think he's safe.
Oh my! Look at this guy.
Look at it.
Well, I know who produced this commercial because I saw the guy do an interview. This would probably be this guy's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Easily.
I don't believe this guy's ever seen a vagina.
I don't think so either.
No way.
Mm-mm.
I'll bet you he can eye up a guy at a mile away and tell the size of his dick, though. Jesus. All right, here we go.
They want to control.
All right, why would you use this guy?
Because he's a motorcycle riding. He's a Harley man. He's a Harley man.
He looks like a homeless guy.
Yeah. Well, no, he's a rough and tumble Harley guy.
Yeah, because they tore the sleeves off his shirt.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he belongs in the Sons of Anarchy.
Even none of them were rocking a skullet like this.
That's because they at least he should have been wearing his World War I helmet. You know, looking for Philo Beto.
Yeah, well, somehow I think this guy might have served in World War I. For the other side.
The ever which way but loose reference would buy. Philo Beto.
I missed that. All right, here's more of this fucking jewel. Holy smokes.
Control their bodies? I say go for it.
They want to use IVF to start a family? I'm not afraid of families.
They want to be childless cat ladies?
Have all the cats you want.
Woman wants to be president?
Well, I hope she has the guts to look me right in the eye and accept my full-throated endorsement.
Did he say his pole-throated endorsement? Is that what he said? I couldn't hear over you laughing, but I think he said
it's just his mannerisms, which are just so faggy.
Yeah, but it sounded like he said he's got his pole-throated endorsement.
Look, he's ready to suck a dick.
He is. Ooh.
Ooh, look at
Let
that.
me kiss the tip. Mm.
You stopped that at the greatest place right there.
Ooh, put it right here.
Wow.
All right, here we go.
Well, I hope she has the guts to look me right in the eye and accept my full-throated endorsement.
Like every man you've ever met.
His full-throated endorsement.
His full-throated endorsement. Who the fuck wrote that line?
Let me give your penis the full-throated endorsement. Mm.
Well, I mean, what? Look, not even joking here just for a second. When somebody says you've got their full-throated endorsement, what are you thinking? Honestly.
Sucking a dick.
Sucking a dick. You are not thinking, that's a man. You're not thinking that. You might say you've got my full endorsement.
Right.
Or, I don't know, my hearty endorsement. Full-throated endorsement only sounds like penis to fucking tonsils. That's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Jeez. All right, here we go.
Because I'm man enough to support women.
Man enough to know what kind of donuts I like.
Man enough to admit I'm lost, even when I refuse to ask.
Stop. He's man enough to know what kind of donuts he likes?
Yeah, well, you know, that's the joke because he's in such good shape he wouldn't eat donuts.
Is that really the...
I don't know. Let's play it again. Here we go.
What does that have to do with it? To know what kind of donuts I like?
I have no idea. Here we go.
Man enough to know what kind of donuts I like.
What does that mean?
I have no idea. Is he a cop? I don't know.
Man enough to know what kind of donuts I like.
I have no idea.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Man enough to admit I'm lost, even when I refuse to ask for direction.
Yeah. That's how he ended up with a fucking mouthful of cock. Because he was lost looking for pussy. I'm lost here, but I found something.
Oh, this commercial is lost on me, I'll tell you that.
Oh, it's awful. All right, here we go.
Man enough to not ban young women from reading Little Women.
Or what?
What?
Who's banning Little Women? What a profile.
Yeah, it's just... just trying to think who that Joker looks like. He just reminds me of somebody.
He's got a lot of Chris Farley going on here.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just awful. All right, here we go.
Or one of those pants books that the sisters like.
One of those pants books that the sisters like.
Is that the something of the traveling pants?
Yeah, the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Why would you even know that?
Yeah, who knows it? Looks like
He
Meatloaf.
does kind of look like Meatloaf a little bit.
does
A younger Meatloaf, yeah.
If Meatloaf ate carburetors. All right, here we go.
I'm man enough to raw dog a flight.
Raw
A
dog?
flight? What does that mean?
Raw dog a flight.
Raw dog a flight. I can imagine he's up for raw dogging something, but I'm not thinking a flight.
Raw dog?
Unless his guy's name is Flight Hansen or something.
Okay. To use the term raw dog in a commercial?
Yeah.
That's bizarre. Yeah. Tim James is straighter than this guy.
I'd say so.
Wow.
All right, here we go.
All right.
It sucked. Not worth it.
I'm man enough to be emotional in front of my wife.
Like every one of these, we have to stop.
This guy used the word sucked.
Yeah.
Again, full-throated, sucked, raw dogging. Lots of sexual innuendo and overtone in this commercial.
Lots of it's okay to be a fag.
I guess so.
That's what I'm getting from the underlying message here.
That's exactly the message I'm getting. All these keywords. Wow. Now, see, there's a guy who knows cars.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep, he knows what he's talking about. He's got the Holly double pumper. Yeah,
Yes.
I agree with that.
All these guys are emotional queers. Jesus.
Oh boy.
All right, here we go. I didn't expect this 1.5 minutes to take an hour, but okay.
Well, when you break it down as real men, I consider us pretty manly men.
Yeah, I'd say.
This is something you just distance yourself from like immediately.
Yeah,
Just like, this is not relatable in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, not one of these guys has anything relatable to say here.
Mm-mm.
All right, here we go.
In front of my kids.
In front of my horse.
I'm man enough to tell you that I cry at Love Actually.
This guy in front of his horse.
Yeah, one guy's crying in front of his horse. This guy's crying at what, a movie or something?
Something. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what he
Let's
said.
see what he said here.
He's not afraid to cry at what?
I'm man enough to tell you that I cry at Love Actually.
At Love Actually.
Oh, at Love Actually?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
What?
Because he's never had any, because he's a big tub of shit.
Whoever. Well, again, I keep saying whoever wrote this commercial. I did see who wrote this commercial. You should see this guy.
Yeah. Fruity Fruitstein.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. Good point, Fuego. Good point. Poor
Poor
horse.
Yeah. Kind of felt sorry for the horse. We went to one of these horse shows.
Yeah.
It was this woman fucking a horse.
Yeah. It was really
giving it to her.
Yeah.
I kind of felt bad for her. We just kind of felt bad for her. I kind of felt bad for the horse.
Yeah. Was that Clerks 2?
That was a 40-year-old virgin.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't it Clerks 2?
No. Oh, you're talking about that had a horse fucking in it too.
Yeah.
But that line came from 40-year-old virgin. Yeah.
All right. Speaking of 40-year-old virgins, let's get back to this commercial.
All right.
Goodwill Hunting.
West Side Story.
That and Predator.
And I'm sick of so-called men domineering, belittling, and controlling women just so they can feel more powerful.
Really? Go back inside and watch The Notebook, faggot.
Wow. There is nothing relatable as a true heterosexual male to this commercial at all.
Well, if you vote for Kamala, this is who you're expected to be, guys.
Okay.
One of these guys. Oof. All right, here we go.
That's not how my mama raised me.
My mama.
She died in birth when he was coming out that fucking canal. She got split open like Alien coming out of somebody's belly. All right, let's hear what this manly gentleman has to say.
I love women.
No, you don't. You do not sit like this and say you love women. You don't. You do not.
I had a weekend.
Yeah.
We went to Tijuana, Mexico, you know, and we thought it'd be fun, you know, to go to this show. Everyone's, you got to check out one of these shows. And, you know, it's a woman fucking a horse. We get there and, you know, we think it's going to be awesome. And it is not as cool as it sounds like it would be, man. It's kind of gross.
Yeah.
You think a woman fucking a horse and you get there and it's a woman fucking a horse.
Yeah.
It was really giving it to her. And you know what? To be honest, I felt bad for her. We all just felt bad for her.
Yeah.
Kind of felt bad for the horse.
Wow. That's something.
That's something, all right.
That's something.
Something these folks all participate in, apparently. Jeez. All right, here we go.
Women.
I love women who support their families.
Women who decide not to have families.
Women who take charge.
And I'm man enough to help them win.
Ugh. Ugh. Just ugh.
Yeah. That is a lot of ugh.
We potentially are under 30 days from that being our leadership. That being the expectation of us as men. Please keep that in mind, folks. Not that I'm telling you who to vote for. I am not. Vote for whoever the fuck you want. But if you vote for that, that's what you're voting for. They're voting for you to be that. If you want to be that, then vote for it, I guess.
Right.
But how embarrassing.
It is. I agree.
What an embarrassing state of the world we're in right now.
Wow. Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah. Sodomy and Gomorrah. Jesus
That's
Christ.
where Sodom comes from.
I know. I know, but they're in full sodomy mode now. Jesus.
All right. Well, that was a rousing start to the show tonight.
Yeah, we don't usually start with a topic, but it just sort of fell into place.
Yeah, it was fresh on your mind.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. All right. Well, as always, I will play your tunes through the evening, assuming I have enough time to do it. Again, the race to be first has been on since Wednesday already. People requesting tunes as early as Wednesday.
Great.
Thinking about the show on Wednesday.
I know what you ought to do. Delete all those emails and say anything that comes in from now. Just delete them all.
Right. So I got tunes to get to. So if you want to get a request in, if I have time, I'll play it. Request at theclassicmetalshow.com. Request at theclassicmetalshow.com. And like I said, if I have time, I'll play it. But as always, I will let you pick the lead-off track for the evening. So what should we play?
Well, in honor of that segment, I'm going to go a little heavy this time. I want some Shadows Fall, and I want the song My Demise, because that's clearly what what we're experiencing right now is our demise.
Right.
It's from the Retribution record.
My Demise. Huh?
Yep.
Okay. There it is. All right. Well, we'll play a few tunes. We'll come back and get rocking and rolling here. So here it is. It's Shadows Fall exclusively here
on your Classic Metal Show.
Charlie Kendall's Metal Shop now has its very own Facebook page. Just look for CK Metal Shop and you got us. The latest metal news, metal shop showtimes and links, along with all the metal that matters.